First of all, thank you so much for attending the webinar. I'm the host, Dr. Urvesh Patel from Research Update Organization. We had planned giveaway for the one of the program in which we are covering research activity, especially not only research activity, but it's going to be like a video recorded session of observational study, and as well as we are also going to give a brief small project which is going to be work in next 10 days, and then in the conference Society of Hospital Medicine we are going to submit. So if someone is going to apply this year, they can get benefit. And of course, if someone is applying next year, that is going to be great, because whatever you submit can go to the submitted category, but whatever it get published, it's going to be in the published category. So that is going to be the great opportunity. I'll quickly go through three-step process. Number one, I'm going to explain you the program. Number two, we are going to take a Q&A and we'll discuss some of the major aspect of the CV. I'll not take much time because the video recording has been there, so you can watch and you can again ask Q&A if you have any other question, and then we'll announce the winner's detail. Okay. Quickly go through the the services which we are going to provide and free of cost today is going to be the self-paced clinical research program, where we are going to give you the certification and hands-on experience for a month. That is the recording of some of the lectures, and what are going to be the lectures. Then weekly schedule is having the lectures from observational study, basics of clinical research, and observational study, including SPSS basics and SPSS advanced with quality improvement project. And what you are going to actually do is you are going to learn step-by-step process from project formation to execution and publication project. We are going to cover the full spectrum of observational studies. So you will be given a project to brainstorm, but because it's a short time, so we'll expedite the process. And after brainstorming the process, we are going to have aim and objective, and an already collected database. We are going to do the analysis part. We'll write the original observational study, and you are going to submit that in a form of peer review abstract. Peer review abstract and article is the category number one in ERAS application if someone is applying and someone is having knowledge. We are going to have 10 to 15 people in the group, including 8 to 10 IMGs, 1 or 2 residents and faculty member. Upon completion, you are going to get the certification as well as the work which you are doing in next upcoming 15 days going to be submitted in the Society of Hospital Medicine conference. Today is September 12. This whole process is not that difficult. We can finish it by September 27. So it will be going in your CV. You will be given the lecture with one IP address accessibility. So you can watch the lecture over the period of 1 month. And then after the 1 month finish, the project will finish. So the access will not be with you after a month. And end of the course, as I mentioned, that 25 hours of recording didactics from different mentors, or I can say faculty, assistant professors. You will be having 1 month not only learning but also publishing and presenting in one of the society. The society which we are targeting with is Society of Hospital Medicine, and the journal which we will once it's accepted, it will publish Journal of Hospital Medicine, JHM. And Society of Hospital Medicine, basically the conference is in Austin, and followed by that they are going to publish the work in their journal. So you will be given, of course, the student membership too, so you can go and present the work. You can come to US if you are not in US, and if not, you cannot come, then any of your team member will present the work so that it will be the publishable paper. Now, let's quickly get back to the CV portion. Basically, I share with you the CV link, and that CV link is sufficient to explain so many more detail regarding to what you need to add, what are the section in the CV. But if someone wants to watch, come to your free online videos, and free online videos are having here. I uploaded that in the, here you go. ERAS CV application research and publication section. Okay, so if someone wants to watch, they can come to the internet website, and then use this link to run the video, and then that's how you can make sure about having every single thing ready for the CV. Anyone from you are applying this year? Anyone? Relisha? Can you guys put your country and name in the chat box so we'll have idea? So here is going to be a quick brief summary how the CV will look like, and what are the detail you need to add. Tejinder in the chat box. So the medical education is your medical school detail. There will be higher education where someone is doing clinical research training program or mentor-mentee program. We are certified institute, so we put that in higher education, but higher education could be MPH, Masters of Research Clinical Science, MS Statistics, or Epidemiology. So those all degree goes to the education section. Membership section, there are plenty of professional societies in the in which you can present your work, in which you can go and meet the faculty, and then take advantage of their journals, so that you do not have to have higher price for the conference membership. If you're a member, then conference registration, some of the registration for the journal and things, you're going to get discount. But this is all professional societies, and like this, one of the candidate has added that you can add your any of the council of your country plus few of the medical association. For example, we are having for internal medicine applicant, we have American Medical Association, American Heart Association, Society of Hospital Medicine as one of the conference where we are submitting the work, Society of General Internal Medicine, American College of Cardiology. So every single branch is having at least 3 to 5 societies, and I always recommend student to have 3 to 5 different society, just to have a diversity, and not only that, go and present the work so you can meet people. Besides that, we are having volunteer section. So if someone is going to print your CV, volunteer section is going to come first. If someone is going to print ERAS application, then volunteer section will be below the word experience. So we don't know program director or their team is going to read CV or ERAS application. But if volunteer section is coming up, you don't want to cloud or clutter unnecessarily, because by the time you reach to the bottom of the publication section, it's going to be very difficult for someone to reach up to that level. Your ideal section should be, or any of the volunteer experience or work experience should not be more than half minute to read. So when you're typing, make sure you read those words, whatever you are typing, and 3 to 4 lines are maximum. You don't need to write that I volunteered in XYZ clinic or I participated. There are many I's. You can make a very brief bullet point, even shorter than that if you want to. 2 or 3 bullet point is good for volunteer section. 3 to 4 bullet points are enough for research and work related experiences. So some people, when they're applying, they're like, they need to make sure that every single small detail they have it, they want to write it. For example, Indian experience, another volunteer experience, third volunteer experience. There is nothing wrong to write this section, which means from which date to which date you did it, what organization, what was your mentor, and what is your position. But then if you are cluttering too many things, then it's not going to be helpful for someone to go to all the way on the bottom of the screen of the page and read. When they reach to the actual thing, which is research and publication, they will be tired. Make sense? Then after not having step one score considered, then research and rotation plays very crucial role. So you need to make sure that that section will be more stronger instead of having volunteer experiences. So volunteer experience, some people put even work experience in volunteer experience, that's fine. But in US, for American medical graduate, the people who serve in a different type of societies, like many people serve in regional small societies of AMA or SHM, or some people serve in that alpha omega society or triple lambda society or triple gamma society. So those societies require them to do some of the work. We are having neurology, for example, so neurology interest group, or stroke interest group, or cerebrovascular interest group, or different medical colleges are having their chapter of American Academy of Neurology. So those chapter people join those chapters and they work there. That's why they are adding in volunteer section. But it's up to you whether you want to put your work experience in volunteer or work experience as a free work experience, observerships and everything. Another thing is, do not write like observer in one place and observership in another place, or volunteer in another place and volunteership in another place. Either use the position adjective or noun. If you're using volunteer, then write volunteer, physician, observer, extern, right? You cannot write externship with volunteer. So that is one more thing you need to make sure about. If you're not writing doctor, that's fine. You write it comma, first degree, comma, second degree, comma, third degree, and so on. Make sure hours are going between 40 to 60. I have seen some of the people CV where they are writing 60 to 80 hours. They're working on one full-time hospital job, and then still they write more. So no one has capacity to work more than 80 hours. So double full-time is not possible. So at least in the medical field. So make sure you calculate the hour very well. The description should be grammatically perfect and very brief. I'm coming back quickly to most important things, work experience. So work experience, usually there is one method. This CV suggests it's a full stop and attaching to that bullet point, there are some of the point. What does it mean? If someone is typing their ERAS CV like this, then this type of mistake or this type of problem arise. But if you're typing your ERAS application in the Word document, and in the Word document, then later on you're going to transfer that into the Word document to here. If you see this one, see, at least they're having enough space. What does it mean? This is the copy and paste from the Word, which is most ideal scenario. I don't recommend anyone to copy and paste, directly type here, because using directly typing here may not be that strongly compatible with Grammarly or any other software. So write always in a Word document your CV, and then copy and paste everything to here. Now, this is very weird. This is like so many things written. Ideally speaking, I mean, it's up to the person's wish or applicant's wish what they want to write it. But ideally speaking, if you are writing, let's say 3 paragraph, then you need to make sure about 3 lines, bullet points must be very particular. Number 1 bullet point, or number 1, what type of setting the experience was, and that type of setting is looking what type of patient, inpatient, outpatient, cardiology, hemato-oncology, or anything. But that looks, usually the patients range from mild, moderate, severe disease of this to this group of people. What was your task in that setting? I don't again recommend here one more thing that people write everywhere: history, physical exam, and patients note, history, physical exam, history, physical. You can't learn history, physical exam in skill achieve section. You may write it, my day start with the attending grant round, followed by history, physical exam, followed by outpatient, followed by attending some of the research webinars or research seminar and work on the project. And third thing, but you don't need to write the skill achieve every time that, oh, what I learned, history and physical. So that's not gonna be a good thing. This is like very precise. If you see that have assisted 2 liver transplant, 1 kidney transplant, and multiple blah, blah, blah. So which is a good thing, which is making sense that every single time you're doing new rotation to learn something new. So third bullet point should be the skill you achieve. The skill you achieve. The skill you achieve means by, for example, by having rotation in epilepsy clinic, you learn how to deal with continuous EG monitoring, or joining migraine clinic, you have idea about 12-point Botox injection techniques. So those are skills what you achieve. And in the supplementary application, if you are going with this experience as your primary experience out of 5, then the fourth point, which you are not going to write in your CV, or you may write if you want to, but ideally speaking, they are telling you to write something in the supplementary application which is not there here inside that section. So I recommend that make sure this supplementary application, the section which they are asking is something new, which is they are saying that implementation or implication of whatever you learn during this rotation, how you are going to use it in future. So for example, the task I did in the neurology or migraine clinic was, let's say, grand round and etc. etc. What skill I achieved was migraine management, 12-site Botox injection, dose calculation, etc. etc. Now, the fourth point or the supplemental application, I'm going to use it that when, if I would like to work as a migraine physician, then I have idea about different type of Botox injection, CGRP, and other injectable products, as well as I have the knowledge of exact dose, and I can implement that in my outpatient clinic setting, and then I can make sure that it is an exciting opportunity, or particularly speaking, if you are going to be more leaning towards migraine, then it will help you to build your outpatient practice when you are as a neuro hospital is working for 1 week on. So those type of thing you can tailor in the what is going to be the long-term helpfulness of that particular rotation. Now, this is the same way you can proceed with all rotation, then research experience. So research experience section, we are having usually for research students, total 2 or 3 type of position exist for us. We with student with work with us as a remote research assistant or a remote research trainee. So whether you are in a Mayo Clinic or anywhere where your publications are not out and you still wants to work, you still wants to write something in the CV, then you can still write it that you work as a remote work on XYZ physician, you work on 3-4 topic, whatever skill you achieve, and followed by that, what are the some of the conference and journals you have targeted, what are the oral presentation, poster presentation you prepared and you presented. So this is something you can write it basically in your research section. Usually the people who are working with us, we make sure to provide them the template to work on 16 different research skills, from brainstorming of the idea to all the way to publication of the manuscript, require many more skills. So this is something which we discuss about. Another thing is publication section. Publication section is having peer review article and abstracts published. So this is something can go here in you guys in this category, what you are going to do today, and majority of the time when people are working, then usually during that section, during 3-4 months, whatever they're working, publication takes like 4 to 5 more months to come out if it's a good journal, and 1 month if it's a bad journal. So you can add it here or here category, because those all are the peer review. Peer review means reviewed by a standard judge committee or your peers in a simple language. Then poster presentation, basically make sure when you are typing this, the whole video is on that, how to type, but I'm just telling you, when you're typing it, it is a last name, comma, first name, full stop, and comma. That's how you right? Then articles name, journals name, publications name they're asking. And then if you are having PubMed number, you can add it. If you do not have it, then you can add DOI number, digital object identification number. The poster presentation is exactly same, but you just have to write which place you have presented the work. So this is the, let's say, API, or let's say this is the you are having Society of Hospital Medicine. This is the last group of people who presented the work. So Society of Hospital Medicine, where all hospitals and other physicians who are maintaining CME, they go and visit. Oral presentation category, whatever you guys have presented in a oral form, in oral presentation or platform presentation, comes here. The method is exactly same. Hobby and interest, two are different section. Hobbies means what you like it, and interest means what usually you are doing it. Hobby basically help you to reduce your stress. For example, could be listening music, cooking, painting, etc., etc. Interest is something which you would like to pursue outside your career, which will help you to get additional money, to get additional fame. Some people are social media ambassadors, some people in interest, some people, like for example me, I like to teach students and work on the predictive model, survival analysis model. I try to find out some of the different type of modeling all the time. So those statistical part, I use it as my interest, that I really enjoy teaching people. I enjoy learning by myself every year, new models, and giving consultation, of course. So that's a side gigs, I can say, in a newer era of internet, but those both are different. Now, if you see that, there are two type of example I brought it here. One is this, one is this. What do you think if someone is having this two type of CV as a program director? Which one would you like to read? What do you think? Tejinder?
Yes.
You are having one paragraph here, you are having 4 bullet point here, and having one more, hobbies. And in hobbies, I'm writing cooking, swimming, in bracket, national champion, for example, national champion 2022, comma, and tennis. And interest. My interest is to teach, for example, teach, here the guy write it, Bhangra, to professional level, of course. Teach Bhangra once a week to the class of 20 people. This is 2 line. This is 4 line. This is 1 paragraph. Which one as a PD, if you are having, let's say, 4 LOR, 1 transcript, 1 CV, and other ERAS application related document, which one would you like to read even? Not, we are not talking about having impression on your brain. Anything you write should be leaving or must be leaving impression on reader's mind. Then it's effective writing. So which one would you recommend, Tejinder, if it's a three technique?
I think it's 2 lines.
2 lines, that's a good, this one is okay if you can narrow down more. 2 lines are the most ideal. The paragraph, no one wants to read. No one wants to read. And that is something has been taught by even MTBs and UWord and stuff. Everything they put it in, not only they put 2 or 3 lines, but also they put the tables every time. Why? Because if you are last day, if you don't have time, then you can just table and move on, right? So 2 lines are the best approach. You can make one for hobby, one for interest. Another thing is, many certificates that you are doing review activity for many journals like Curious and things. You are serving in some of the community where you get the award, or you get the award in a webinar, first post oral presentation, poster presentation. So that award and accomplishment, you can also put it here. Our students usually do Mayo Clinic certification course, NIH course, and some of the other small statistic related programs. So every single achievement or accomplishment, you can put it in the award section. Okay. Before we move to another one, we can do everything. Whatever we are taking in session today, as well as the full length 2 and 2.5 hour of CV. It's already available on the channel, which is going through YouTube. So I'll put the link for sure. And thank you so much. So you are from India, Colombia, India. We are having, okay, 2 countries representation right now. So if you have any question, ask me. Otherwise, we can start. We can start with the draw. Anyone? Okay.
So,
Yeah, Tejinder.
so how can we look for volunteer experience in my area? For example, I am from Punjab.
Mm-hmm.
Like, can I look for volunteering experience nearby my area,
Right.
my home?
And you are interested in internal medicine or somewhere else? I mean, which specialty you're in?
I'm interested in general surgery.
Oh, general surgery. Okay. So before you start any volunteer work, must part is all 3 steps. All 3 steps. And then when you're doing step 3, you may think about volunteer research and so many more things. General surgery, if I share my experience, then according to our record, we are having 4 students till now in research update in general surgery. 2 secure first year last year, and 1 secure last year, 1 person secure general surgery. This guy who secured general surgery in 2020 kicked out of the program. All IMGs are having same problem. Maybe communication skill, maybe skills itself, and maybe so many other issues, because general surgery is very hands-on with nurses, with technician, with PA and RNs and surgeons. So it's very difficult to take care of stress plus relationship and all those work behavior. So if you're applying in general surgery, make sure, very, very sure, exams must be important. And followed by that, if you want to work in a volunteer section, what free work versus volunteer, 2 things are different. So your goal must be having free work first, then volunteer. Free work means what? Free work means a very simple joining surgeon or joining the institute where they can teach you all the skills, not only suture skill, laparoscopic skill, endoscopic skill, all different skills. They not only teach you, but also give you a proof that you learn that much of skills and you assisted 100 procedures, 50 procedures, 10 procedures, 5 procedures. Then and then only skill wise you will be taken in, because research update help these candidates to publish the work. We just in American Surgical Congress, we submitted 6 different projects from UK fast track and US fast track, and general surgery 1 group. So we have 3 different groups in UK and US. But the issue is, it's easy to enter in first year, then people kicked out in second year because it's a prelim first year. Then again, they will, after working hard, they will take them in PGY2 in a year 3. Fourth year, they will be out of the field. And I also know someone who jumped to neurology in the 5th year and 6th, 5th, 6th, 7th completed by neurology. So volunteer experience is not that important, but this is the skill or volunteer work experience. And then volunteer experience, let's say if you want to go with that, then you can talk to Gurudwara, talk to any other local Royal Club or Lions Club, and that tell them that I would like to camp, I would like to bring the camp. In that camp, I would like to preliminary phases diagnose different hernias, basic examination. Not only I'll give them awareness teaching of hernias, but also will give them the video session, or will give them the speech, will prepare the presentation in very simple native language, followed by examination, and whomever is risk of some of the surgical related condition, that I'm going to refer to particular hospital. So a pediatric population, they're going to school to do the volunteer work during preventive medicine or other volunteer activity, and then they try to identify the developmental heart diseases. And then if they're identifying unknown murmur, something, then they refer it to cardiologists. And that could be the great pediatric related activity, for example. So same way you can do such activity if here people are working in church, and even residents didactics, when they're getting approval, they require some of the volunteer activities. So program director, make a team of 1 or 2 and always tell them to, they have fixed schedule, but always tell them to make sure have a such camp where they can diagnose more condition frequently in the local population, and then join and then tell them to join the hospital. So that could be the good type of camp, probably once in a twice, once in 2 months, or once in 3 to 4 months, or 1 month, probably depend on your time. But do not waste much time for volunteer activity if you are going for surgery. Surgery is a whole different ball game. Okay. Yes, more.
So,
Yeah.
so sir, according to you, firstly, I should focus on the steps and then voluntary experience, right?
Without steps,
Or
it's very difficult to get into surgery. Yes.
okay. Thank you so much.
Okay. Yeah, Mot. I'm pronouncing your name
Thank you for
correctly.
this great meeting, Doctor. My question is, my interest is to spine surgery. By the way, I'm going to travel to the USA by the mid of 2023 as a green card holder. What's the chances to match into either orthopedic surgery or neurosurgery? By the way, I want to do my internship in the US. I want to explore the field. I want to do to be a research fellow, do some electives and sub-Is and other things. I'm currently doing research as a collaborator or main author in the field, some in internal medicine and some in surgery. As any chance I have, I'm go with. Also, I'm volunteering in NCGen, which is a global student surgical network, and a neurosurgical club, which is run by a neurosurgical doctor in the US. Is it going to help or not?
Right. First of all, you need to decide based on your step 2 CK score, would you like to go for surgery or neurosurgery? Research has no religion. That's what I use the line. That means whether research is in IM, neurosurgery, or surgery, if it publish, it's great. If it don't publish, it perish. So publication occurring, then even anesthesia research is good, and family medicine is good, and gynecology research is good too. That will give you hands-on to apply those research into different field of yours later on. Right. So current research is good, but when you have to do sub-Is and electives or internship, in that case, you will be highly dependent on your CK exam score. If your CK is 220, for example, being IMG, none of the branch is good for you. If your scores are 240, both are open for you. I have not seen like someone neurosurgeon IMG directly coming here without sub internship or internship for 2 year, which is 3rd year and 4th year. If it's a Caribbean school, then they are matching here in neurosurgery. But I do have one person, as I was telling you, as a neurosurgery interested candidate. He joined us in a neurosurgery or neurology interest group. Why I use the word neurology or neurosurgery interest group? Because majority of the time when I'm dealing with the interventional stroke, or I'm dealing with the epilepsy or epilepsy related surgery, it can affect neurologist and neurointervention together, or neurointervention and neurosurgeon together. So if you decide to go with by chance anyhow neurosurgery, then your CV will be always focusing on not only neurosurgery rotation, neurocritical care rotation, neurology rotation, and procedural neurology, so neurointervention rotation. Why? Because as I mentioned, that it's extremely competitive 5-year program, and I have not seen people match. But the person who are working with us, interesting being neurosurgery, I'm making his profile for next year for 2 different branches, neurosurgery and neurology. If he will match by himself and with everything going great, and then neurosurgery is there, that's great. But if not, because neurosurgery require prelim surgery, right? And then, as I mentioned, they kick out after prelim surgery. So no neurosurgery, cardiothoracic surgery, or urology is a neurosurgery, basically cardiothoracic surgery or orthopedic surgery or neurosurgery is possible. But if by chance, if such thing happen, if you don't match in neurosurgery, you can do after 4 years of neurology, after that 1 year of stroke fellowship, or 2 years of neurocritical care fellowship, followed by that 2 years of neuro intervention or neuroradiology or interventional neurosurgery. Both are considered as the same thing. 2 years of neuro intervention or 1 year of neuro intervention, diagnostic and interventional neuroradiology or neuroradiosurgery. So by that way, you will be also having chance to serve in your field of interest by neurology instead of doing neurosurgery, because here it's 4+1+2 or 4+2+2 or 4+2+1. So ultimately your years are 7. It's the same proposition whether you're doing neurosurgery or interventional neurology. And interventional neurology has different name in US: interventional neurology, interventional neuroradiology, interventional neuro surgery, or endovascular neuroradiology. All names are same branch basically, and it's an accredited fellowship. So you can choose first of all neuro versus surgery, and then if it's a surgery, PGY1 is very easy to match. Like 30% seats are unmatched every year if you see the record. But neurosurgery is difficult. That's why I recommend people to go to make the profile in neurology also. Yeah, anyone?
Thanks.
Okay, sounds great. So let's begin the draw. And one more thing I'm
Dr.
going-
Patel,
Yeah, go ahead.
I guess someone is asking you a question in the chat. It seems that their microphone is not working.
Oh, for family
Someone
medicine.
really asked- Yeah.
Is there a value of non-clinical work experience? I work in the patient recruitment, national geriatric, primary medical practice, where I learn many values, communication skill, practicing great relationship with the practicing physician. Okay, that is true part, that it's difficult to find out observership or hardcore work related to research or rotation. But anything you are doing, it is helpful. The way you are writing is most important. If you're writing family medicine and you are in the enrollment, then you emphasize that paragraph of 3 lines, that how you are interested in family medicine and this experience, how it helped you to understand geriatric, depression related, medical compliance related issues. It help you to deal with the let's say if your clinics are having African American or some particular racial minority group, then you learn about the stigma, how to deal with their day-to-day family life, and how to give them comfort and moral support. Those so many other skills that you are going to learn by doing or by working in geriatric primary care practice. If you are having MD in any other branch, let's say pharmac, IM, or anywhere in your home country, then using this experience, you can apply for geriatric fellowship, which is ECGME accredited fellowship of 2 years. In many programs, you do not require residency. You just finish your step 1, step 2, step 3, and start directly PGY 4 and 5, which is geriatric medicine. Followed by that, they will give you residency of 1, 2, 3. So that is very powerful work, but depend on what is the tool you would like to have it and how you can utilize that in your work experience. If you underestimate your work, of course, people will underestimate your work. So if you explain it more in depth, then they will be happy, then they will try to understand. We have some residents, they're like, oh, I presented 2 case report every month in my grand round and teaching some of the medical student, but it's not that important thing. I was like, it's a huge thing. If you're teaching 1 student in US being resident, it's a huge achievement. And if you're doing it in home country, you're underestimating your work. So if you are writing in a way that it has no value, then it has no value. But if you are gaining something out of it, then it's a great value. So that's the apply to every field. As I mentioned that people, right, they go to church, gurudwara, temple, and they do the camps, or maybe blood donation camps, or maybe simple blood pressure camp. That is a very simple way to write. But if you want to write it in a very powerful way, then you can write it that you begin with the communication with the authority, arrangement of the camps, financial aspect, advertisement and marketing, and then after the camp finish, your responsibility to successfully divert those patients to the appropriate place. So it involves management, leadership, teamwork, medical experience or medical experience related work, and also the achievement to take care of the whole event. So that is the way you are writing in your volunteer section will change your CV actually. And also if you require rotation and something, then come to the website. On the website, there are some of the hospitals providing rotation in very cheap cost of $1,500 for 4 weeks. And those hospitals are available in 4 to 5 different part of United States. And they all are, out of that 4, 2 are having residency programs too. So you can work there and then be the part of their activity as well. Sounds great. So we are having here page 1, page 2, page 3, 4, 5, sorry, 5, 6, 7, and 8 different page with people's name on it. And what we are going to do here, the total 8 pages are there. So I'm just going to keep it something very simple. We're going to keep it like we are having month wise, let's say January to August, 8 month, and majority of the dates or majority of the names are having approximately 31 20 to 30 people approximately on each page. So for example, randomly we will talk about the date. I just want to make it very transparent. We are going to make the make the month. You will say that I want month 1, month 2, month 3, and then we will be having whatever name, whatever month is going to be the name of the page month 1 or month 8 means page number 8, and the date 15 means 15th name, and that we are going to give it in giveaway. So we'll start with the Tejinder. Tejinder, how many people are here? We are having 4 or 5 people. Tejinder, give me 1 month and 1 date from January to August.
Yes, sir. Wait.
January to August, 1 month and 1 date.
August.
August, which is month number 8. Okay. August. Okay. And the date?
11th of August.
11th of August. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. That's the first winner. Nima Lisset.t. I don't know. I think looks like very fake accounts are there. But if someone will not claim, then I will give preference to we are having Tejinder, we are having Gnana, we are having Kimberly, Kimberly, we are having Ishita. We are having that many people I can see. So this is the first name. And now Gnana, which month, which date? Which
Third month. March.
3rd month. What is the date?
Day. You're asking day?
Yes, of 3rd month.
Okay.
This is the 3rd month.
15th.
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 Okay. I'm going to put it on. Okay. 3rd month. Oops, you can see yes. 3rd month, 15th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. MD Uras. I don't know. MD Uras, second winner. Who's we are having? Kimberly, month and date. Kimberly? Okay, Moth, month and date. Month and date.
Month and date to choose.
Mhm.
July 21.
So 7th. 7, 7, 7, 7. 7th July, which you said? 20,
July 21.
21, right? 1, 2,
Yeah.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. M. Uvesh Raza. 21. M. Uvesh Raza. Okay. Ishita, month and date. Ishita. No. Kimberly, Zoom users. Who is Zoom users? So I'm having here MD Uraz, having here. Anyone would like to have one more date guessing?
May 6.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. May. April, May 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. May 6. My USMLE. It's me. Wow. And maybe let's choose anyone else. Probably, let's say, what is the date? March 10 or March 12, March 1. We are having May, we are having September. Okie dokie, we are having month 3. And 1 is 1, 2, 3, 4. Vandeline 1299. So we are having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 winners. If 5 are Muth, your name is not there. So okay, don't worry. Then what we are going to do?
My USMLE, it's mine, is me.
Which one is your?
My USMLE, it's mine.
It's yours. Okay, congratulations. Congratulations. And
Thank you.
what we are going to do is, if someone is not claiming, we are going to change with Tejinder, Ishita, Moth. We will change it to them. Sounds great. And the another thing, because you all join, if you have question, feel free to write there. But also we will do one thing. Whomever wants to join, 10% discount code for the rest of the people. I'm going to put it there so that you can join using 10% discount code. And the people name MD Uraz, mylistel.t, Mois Raza, USMLE _ me, and Wendy 1299. I'm going to be putting their name on the online. Okay, sounds great.